Test. And test, test.
You good? You're good, thank you.
Hello, I'm John Udicek, President of Luzerne County Community College, title sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals football program. Fall Friday nights in northeastern Pennsylvania are about school pride, high school football, and celebrating our student scholar athletes. So sit back and enjoy the excitement. It's time for Luzerne County Community College's Friday Night Rivals.
This is Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Batfitter on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside the FNR Sports Complex. We are in the Pioneer City, Lackawanna County. Tonight, it's a Lackawanna Football Conference Division III showdown as Friday Night Rivals, team number 7, Lackawanna Trail, battles Carbondale. A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide, Vincent Goldschmidt on the sidelines tonight, and welcome to week number 7 of high school football. My partner tonight, Jan Cichak, former Tunkhannock area coach. Our first trip up here, Jan, it should be a good one tonight as we take a look at the Lackawanna Football Conference Division III standings. We have 3 teams right now, all at 1-0, so it becomes a big game tonight. So let's talk about the Lions. They beat Eau Forge on Sunday, a big win there. Their only loss to now undefeated Berwick.
Correct.
And they like to run the ball. They still run the wing tee, so we're going to see a lot tonight of our figure law spotlight player, Isaac Ryan.
Isaac Ryan, 5'10", 180-pound running back, defensive back, kicker, punt returner, you name it. He's on the field for the Lions the entire game. More importantly, he's the first Lackawanna County running back to eclipse the 1,000-yard marks. 17 touchdowns this year. He's got 3 receiving touchdowns. Career, he's over 3,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Incredible young man.
Let's talk about the Chargers. They do have 4 wins, but those wins are against teams that are under 500. They're 2 losses against teams over 500. They've circled this game on the calendar. They have a great running back. He's going to have a huge night. He's our other figure law spotlight player, Francisco Roman.
5'6", 150 pounds. He's rushed for over 550 yards and 10 touchdowns this year. Another young man that's going to be on all sides of the ball, all 3 phases of the game, to help those Chargers try to defeat the Lions this evening.
Okay, let's go to the keys to the game from both coaches, brought to you by Luzerne County Community College.
Well, Coach Jervis, he wants to be able to execute his offense at a high level, and he included his footwork because he's not happy with the way their running backs and the linemen are stepping, and he wants to make sure that they earn every single yard and not give up a big play. Carbondale, on the other hand, they want to keep the time of possession and the ball away from the Lions, and Coach also wants to be able to execute on that line of scrimmage.
Well, we can't beat the weather over these first 7 weeks. I think it's going to continue over the weekend. Let's check in now with Brian Schrader from the Fox 56 News, first at 10.
Hey everybody, it's the 7th week of Friday Night Rivals, and the weather has been very cooperative. That continues this evening. The days are getting shorter. Sunset at 6:41. We have 63 degrees at kickoff, 60 degrees by halftime. By the end of the game, 58 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Looks like a beautiful weekend. I'll have your complete Fox 56 forecast coming up tonight, first at 10. We'll see you then.
Well, our first trip to the Pioneer City. Will it be Lackawanna Trail or the home team, Carbondale? We'll have the kickoff next.
Here come the Lions of Lackawanna Trail, followed by the home team. It's homecoming here at Carbondale. The Chargers looking for a big win. Back inside the FNR Sports Complex, we are in the Pioneer City once again, getting ready for tonight's game. And Let's go down to Vince now on the sidelines. And Vince, this is quite a rivalry between these two teams.
Yes, it is, Bob, a rivalry over a half a century long, but it's been in favor of the Lions, an overall record of 48-17-1, including of late a 10-game win streak over the Chargers. The last time the Chargers won back in 2013 when they went 9-2 and were battling for a District 2 Class AA championship. And, Bob, important note, the first time a game has been televised here in the Pioneer City, it's homecoming, a great night here in Carbondale.
And we are happy to be here and bring you this Division III Lackawanna Football Conference showdown. So Lackawanna Trail, Martinez to kick this one up, and we are underway here in Carbondale, and we have our first flag of the game. So maybe we have a chance to show the refs. Let's show the referees. We're 2 seconds, not even, the clock didn't even roll yet. We can show the referees, Jim Miller.
5-yard penalty, free kick.
Thank you. And there's our referees from the Lackawanna Football Conference here tonight. They were wearing pink before the game for Breast Cancer Awareness Night. You'll see a lot of pink, too, on the Carbondale area Chargers. So Martinez will tee it up one more time. Carbondale won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So we will see this high-powered offense from Lackawanna Trail right from the start. And I should say this is Levi Gabriel. Got mixed up already. So Gabriel has this one underway. So reset everybody. It takes a bounce. Ball still alive. Picked up by one of the up men for Lackawanna Trail. And the Chargers are there for a big tackle at the 35-yard line. So let's take a look at the quarterback for Lackawanna Trail. It is the coach's son, Tyler Jervis. And they're not going to have big numbers, but he's a 2-year starter.
He's a 2-year starter that knows the swing T offense inside out. Bob, you alluded to the fact that they don't pass a lot. They don't need to because they got such a high-powered running attack. And Tyler has got great command of this offense.
This offense coming in, averaging nearly 37 points per game. As expected, on the ground, 293, passing just 65. They have 3 fumbles lost on the season. It will be the wing tee, and we've seen this before from the Lions. And we saw last week against Dunmore. So they'll shift, and then we'll take a look at the starters momentarily. But Isaac Ryan is the big player, and he gets the first carry of the game. It's a nice hole. He bounces through, and he's tripped up by our other spotlight player, Roman. But a big gain all the way near the line of scrimmage, and they will move the chains. It is our first Keystone Container first down of this contest.
Well, they just want to get the ball, feed the rock to your best player, and that's Isaac Ryan. He was our spotlight player. We talked about he's over 1,000 yards this year, 17 touchdowns. In his career, he's over 50. I mean, incredible young man. Here's the replay, just that buck sweep, kick it out. You see big number 67, Anthony Palucci, 6 foot, 260-pound junior, leading the way.
Back inside. This time the Chargers are there. A little bit better job on the first play, just a 2-yard gain. So let's take a look at these starters for the Lions. Brought to you by Bathfitter, Jervis, Ryan, Reed, and Edwards. Sean Dwyer out. He's injured, number 7. Richmond and Douglas are the receivers, so they do block a lot. And up front, pretty experienced group up there. We have 3 seniors and 2 juniors, Coach.
They do, and they are pretty big. They average 240 pounds across the board. The biggest guy they have out there is 265-pound left tackle Lucas Evans.
Take a look at the Chargers momentarily. They get it to Ryan on the sweep. Ryan down the sidelines. He's tough to take down, and they do finally get him down deep in the secondary. Stephen Oakley on the tackle.
Yep, and again, here's that. That's the end around there. Ryan just gets the ball. Good stiff arm in there. Watch him dip the shoulder in here. Boom. That was a good job by number 19, Stephen Oakley, the 5'10", 135-pound junior.
So an 18-yard gain, so 3 straight carries from their star running back who had 308 yards this year on 26 carries and 5 touchdowns against the Spartans of Mid-Valley.
I mean, it's no secret who's going to be getting the ball for the Lions tonight and the rest of this season.
Inside handoff to the other back, Carter Edwards, and the sophomore plows forward for about 4.
Well, they just ran like the ISO play, or sometimes coaches will call it a wham. You see Isaac Ryan now. He didn't carry the ball. He just blew it up in there, hit that linebacker. That's why they call it the wham or ISO, because you're isolating on the linebacker.
So Carbondale's defense comes in giving up 20 points per game, 209 total yards, 140 on the ground, and 68 through the air. And most of that is against the 4 teams that they beat this year. Against the better teams, they've given up some bigger yardage. So here's a sweep again with some blockers out in front for Ryan. Ryan up forward. He'll have a Keystone Container first down. And we do have a flag, though. We do have a flag. This, I think, may be coming back. The flag was right about near the line of scrimmage.
A block in the back, number 67 White, 10 yards from the spot, replay second down.
So the aforementioned Palucci, the junior, left guard, is called for the block in the back. So that will push the Lions to the 40-yard line.
And again, that's a spot foul. So from the spot, that's why it looks like it's only a 5-yard penalty. It's actually a 10-yard penalty, block in the back. One thing that Lackawanna Trail does is they will do a lot with the ball control. They will try to keep that clock going, especially with this running game. It's going to make it a quick game.
Steve Jervis is the coach, 17th season. He does call the plays from the sidelines. You'll see his son come over to get to play a lot. So they'll fake it, and Jervis will go to the air, down in the double coverage, and it's knocked away. They had a chance to intercept it, but instead Oakley and Relino were there on the stop, and that one goes down, and it'll be third down. So here are the defensive line. They'll run a 5-2. That old-fashioned 5-2-4. And there you see some of the starters up front. The 2 linebackers are pretty active, Lee and Balderas. And then the secondary, well, it won't be tested too much tonight, but they did a good job on that last play.
Caden Voglino and Steve Oakley did a nice job covering that. They bracketed him, and Voglino's the one that had the ball tipped. He tipped the ball at the last second.
So pitch to Ryan. They almost had him in the backfield. Ryan trying to get that first down, and the Chargers stop him short, but I'm sure they're going to go for it. About a gain of 10.
We saw right there, that's what Isaac Ryan brings to this game. He can hit you inside. He can hit you outside with that toss that they just ran there. And you see he outran his stalk blocks and everybody because he's got such good speed.
So actually a gain of 12, so it'll be 4th and about 2 for the Lions. As we said, I think the Lions will definitely go for it, especially with this running attack.
Well, what do you think, Bob? Buck sweep?
Yeah. I think number 10 will get the ball, but they do on the sweep. Chargers can't get him to the side, and coming up to make the tackle was number 13, David Myers, but it is a Keystone Container. First down for the Lions on 4th down.
There it is. Again, he's coming across like the end around, and watch, stiff arm, but that was a great job by number 13, David Myers, to take his legs out. Now, David Myers is a senior. He's a veteran back there, and he knows the way to stop Isaac Ryan is to take care of his legs.
So they're inside the Santarelli and Sons red zone for the first time tonight. Opening possession here in Carbondale. The Lions taking it down the field. This drive started at their own 35-yard line. So they convert a 4th down, trying to take their early lead. Jervis in the shotgun. Try to get it inside, and it's back the other side to Ryan, and that's a tough one to stop, Coach. You think it's going to 12, but 10 right on up the middle, and a gain of 7.
You see a bad snap there, and again, what they were trying to set up is the cross buck in there. So they went with the action going to the right, and here comes Isaac Ryan coming back to the left.
To the 13-yard line. So Carbondale wins the toss. Would you have taken the ball, or would you have given to Lackawanna Trail because this may happen?
The reason I'm up here is because I would have taken the ball. Try to set a statement. Try to keep that ball out of Lackawanna Trail's hands. Try to get something good going for your team. Get that momentum.
Jervis, second man through. He's got a block from Ryan. He'll be up through for a Keystone Container first down right inside the 10. I think it's going to be 1st and goal. That's where they mark it. Well, they're about a yard short from over here. We have an injured Charger on the field.
And you see Isaac Ryan lead blocking through for his quarterback on that. And we do have an injured Charger down.
Looks like it might be number 33 on that sweep play, which would be Jaquez Kirby, their leading tackler.
No matter your goals, the LCCC Scranton Center is here for you. From high school dual enrollment to associate degrees and transfer programs, our staff will guide you every step of the way. Conveniently located in the marketplace at Steamtown. Begin today at luzerne.edu.
So it is Kirby who walks off. You'll see he'll be back. It looks like pretty good. He comes in 26 total tackles, 6 sacks, 7 for a loss, and 4 forced fumbles and a blocked punt. So, yeah, 33's got to be on the field if you're Carbondale.
Yes, sir.
On 3rd down and 1 inside the 10-yard line for Lackawanna Trail. Opening drive of the game. They've already eaten up just about 6 minutes on the clock. Ryan, second man through. He can bounce outside. Good job on there by Myers, but it is a Keystone Container first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Lackawanna Trail.
Well, the defensive backs are getting a lot of work out from Carbondale today. Nice job. You see how the seal block was right there? That was a great job by number 4, Carter Edwards, the sophomore, did a great job seal blocking that to open up that outside alley for Ryan.
This is what the Lions do. They eat up the time of possession. 11th play of this opening drive. And Carbondale is yet to touch the ball. From about the 2. And we got some movement up front.
Flag before the snap. It's number 58. Penalty be half the distance. Still for.
So, again, going to be on Carbondale.
They said it was on number 58. I did see, I thought the left guard for Trail twitched. That's what probably caused that.
I don't see a 58 on the roster, so we'll see for Carbondale. But no matter what, couple inches per yard gain, and right up the middle, it's Tyler Jervis. So Ryan does the bulk of the work. Jervis gets the touchdown in the score sheet, and Trail's on the board early with a Reaper's Revenge touchdown.
Here you go, right here. It's a variation, just quarterback sneak right up in there. Great job with the pad level of the offensive line, getting underneath Carbondale, pushing them backwards.
Joey Thomas on for the PAT. Kick is up and to the right. So a little break for Carbondale. So the 12-play, 65-yard drive puts the Lions on the board. It's 6-0. Lackawanna Trail.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
So I took Ryan, Mr. Everything on the field, kicks this one deep from the 6. It will be Roman. So Roman up quickly and takes a big hit. Big hit by Reed, and Carbondale will take over their first possession just past the 25.
Joe's Body Shop is proud to support area high schools with 2 convenient locations in Nicholson and Scranton. Joe's offers expert collision repair, enterprise rentals right on site, 24-hour towing, and they work with all insurance companies to make things easy. When you need trusted service day or night, count on Joe's Body Shop, keeping our community and our drivers moving forward.
Okay, so Carbondale has the ball at their own 25, first possession of the game. It will be the quarterback, Pachetti, and Pachetti up for about 5 yards. So let's take a look a little bit more about Cole Pachetti. There you see just about 258 yards, sophomore, first year starting, and he's a control type quarterback.
He really is. He's tall, he's lanky, he's got good vision, and again, he's a young guy in there playing the quarterback position as a sophomore. And talking with Coach Arthur before the game, he says he's trying to put him in the position to be successful, not trying to win the game.
So, nice gain there, first possession. Team averages 32 points per game this season coming in. They might need all that here tonight. Roman, little shuffle. Up quickly comes Ryan, but I think they're going to be on the line to gain. It is a Keystone Container first down, and it looks like we're going to move the chains for Carbondale. So we'll take a look at this backfield for Carbondale. Pachetti, Roman, and Balderas will be the fullback. Wide receivers will get some work. Myers, Baglino, and Kuna, a senior. And up front, they're going to be won or lost tonight. Decent line. Young, though. Young, but getting better.
Yeah, they are. And they're kind of big, too, Bob. Left tackle's 300 pounds. The left guard, 320 pounds. So they've got some size up there. They should be able to handle the defensive line from Trail.
Okay, so Roman gets the carry with a banged-up knee and all for Roman, but gutting it out here tonight. 1 yard gain on that one, and you see a very aggressive Lackawanna Trail defense that gives up 22 points per game, maybe a little bit high for Steve Jervis, but most of that has been in time where like last week against Old Forge, put up 20 points in the second half. Right. They were leading 38-0. So some of that, with 23 players, literally 23, we count it, for Lackawanna Trail dressed tonight with guys injured all over the place. So they're going to be tested out here in their endurance. So Roman on the end around, former wide receiver, nice tackle by Colin Owens, the senior, or Roman might still be running.
He's got really great speed. I know that his knee's a little ginger right now, so he's not at 100%. Talking to Coach Arthur about him, he said he loves him. He was last year, he said in the offseason, he said, Coach Arthur, I want to be the man. Make me the man. I want to be the running back. And he converted him from that wide receiver into that scat back that Carbondale needed.
He's halfway to 1,000 yards, and he's one of the factors. So Pachetti will go into the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Cole to Pachetti to the outside. Leg tackle. There's flags all over the place. A mistake by the sophomore, Hayden Reed. Tackled him way out of bounds, so this will be in favor of the Chargers.
We have a dead ball. Personal foul, number 10 on the defense. We'll add 15 yards to that play. It'll be a first down.
I think it was 12. Pretty sure it was 12.
I thought it was 12 myself. Yeah.
So it looked like it was 12.
Here we go. Great job with the replay. Thank you. Coming here. Yep, you see 12. He's out of bounds. By 4
10 was
yards.
kind of there.
Yeah.
Okay, so a break for Carbondale. No matter what, they're going to be in Lions territory. My question to you is, you know how good Lackawanna Trail is. Yes, you have the controlled time of possession. But they scored. Do you need to score? Do you need points if you're Carbondale?
Yes, you absolutely do, because we've seen how Trail can dominate offensively, but their defense has done a lot of good things this year, like stopping teams 3 and out, forcing the turnovers due to the kicking game, 2 punts. So they need to get this going just to say, guess what? We are legitimate and we're coming right at you.
Little fullback trap, couple nice push by the offensive line. So let's take a look at the defense as Balderas carried the ball. Brought to you by Bathfitter, of course. Stage, Evans, Pialucci, and Douglas. You're going to see a lot of the same names, folks. Lackawanna Trail, we mentioned, not a big roster. It's the same names, just in different positions. They'll run a 4-4-3 secondary.
Yes.
You know, I know Carbondale's going to want to throw a little bit on them tonight. Try, at least.
Well, and that was one of, I'm going to have to say, the one weakness that Trail has is their passing defense at this point, because we saw last week Old Forge had some success there.
Roman, big hole. It's a Keystone Container. First down, still on his feet. He's going to have a gain of 12 for Francisco Roman.
Wow, Francisco Roman, we talked about him pregame. I mean, he's only 5'6", he's 145 pounds, but boy, does he have a great burst. And the offensive line did a great job in there. That was Jaden Keller, the 5'11", 320-pound senior, and the center, Matteo Spinelli, 6'3", 200-pound junior, opened that lane up for him.
So back into the I formation. Felipe, number 20, a sophomore on the tackle for Lackawanna Trail. But Carbondale mounting their own little drive. Roman left side, couldn't get the block he needed. He's going to fall forward for a yard.
Well, Carbondale ran that ISO play, and you saw the fullback lead up through, but Roman, there was nothing there. Great job, great camera angle right there. You saw it. Nice job. Number 10, that's Cole Balderas out there, did a nice job from his fullbacks blowing up that linebacker, but the hole closed so quickly. Francisco bounced it to the outside.
You almost feel like the play action's coming, don't you?
Like
I
think they're setting it up
for the play action. Yeah, I kind of feel that way.
Jam that tight end. I always told the defensive ends, jam the tight end. Jam the tight end.
Well, let's see what second down. I called it a yard, but I think he didn't get really anything on the play officially. So back to the I. Oh, moving out front. Misstep on that. They'll back up Carbondale 5 yards, and those are mistakes that Coach Arthur doesn't need.
We have that ball, false start. Number 13 on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You got that momentum going. You're doing some things well. You're breaking some nice plays, and then the mental aspect takes over, and that's really can kill teams right there. Penalty killers.
Jeff Arthur's in his 5th season officially. He's a longtime coach here, even with John LaSavage back in the day. Bob Matuszek still around here up in the Carbondale area running the defense. So second man through Roman, and Trail's there. They read that. Nice job up front. That's 52 again. Owens from his linebacker spot. Coach is coming in, 35 total tackles, 2 for a loss, and the senior is showing the way.
His experience, he's just showing these younger kids, this is how you play linebacker. You'll see this on the coming in right over. He scrapes over top, and he just fires the gun right through the gap, and he wraps Roman up around his ankles.
Yeah, so 3rd and long now facing Carbondale inside line territory. That's the positive as we're going to roll out. Let's see if they get a play in. We're under 20 seconds to play in the quarter. If you're Carbondale, do you want to take a break or run a play? Let's see what they want to do. They're coming up quickly. Looks like they'll run it. Play action, backside blitz comes, and they get him. No one picked up the backside blitz. Reed went in unscathed, as so did Tyler Jervis. So it's a loss of about 6-7 yards as the quarter ends. So when we come back for the second quarter, it'll be 4th down and long for the Chargers. They trail Lackawanna Trail 6-0 after 1. We are back in the Pioneer City. Bob I, Jan Cechak. We'll get down to Vincent Goldschmidt in a minute. But as we come back, 6-0 Trail. Each team has had the ball, Coach, just once. Trail went all the way down, took 6 minutes off the clock. Now it's 4th down in a long way, almost 23 yards now for Carbondale. And it looks like Coach Arthur is going to punt this one away and try to pin Trail deep, and hopefully his defense can hold a powerful offense back. Maybe get a break, or never know, get a fumble. Well, so this is Gabriel. He's back to kick it. Of course, on a game like tonight, I expect to see some trickery. So we'll see if it comes now or comes later. So good snap. Go low kick. Ryan makes it, takes a bounce. Ryan's going to pick it up at the 5. Ryan looking for some blocks, and he's drove it out of bounds at the 15. So that gives us time now to go down to Vince with some scary special guests.
Scary indeed, Bob. Back with us again is Paul Cochran, and we have a new guest with us. Paul, who do we have tonight?
Jason took a night off and came down to say hello to you, Vince.
Yeah, I remember back when we were in Nanacoke, our cameraman Gumbel wanted you to bring some scares, and we got one tonight. He's been staring me down a little bit. It's starting to freak me out. But the first couple weeks of Reapers, how's it gone so far?
It's amazing. The weather's amazing. We have 2 weekends done and 5 more to go.
For those who don't know what Reapers is, what do you guys have? What do you provide apart from, Jason staring at me?
We're what you call a haunted screen park. We have 5 attractions, all uniquely different. We just got voted in the USA Today poll number 3 in the country, and we're in your backyard. All our information is on the website, reapersrevenge.com. And, if you don't come and see this show, you just need to come. We're right here in your backyard. We're number 3 in the country.
Jason, you have anything to add? All right, guys.
Well, once again, Vince, behind you, the action is all coming. We thank Reaper's Revenge. You saw it. We didn't call it, but let's look at it again. It's that same sweep, and Isaac Ryan gets the sidelines, and he's off for 90 yards.
Off to the races. And once he got past that second level, he kicked it into high gear, went past the third level safety. I mean, great pursuit there by number 5, but he was not going to catch him.
Hey, and that's the risk you're going to take if you're Coach Arthur. You had 4th down and 23. I know you don't want to get for it, but, you try to pin him deep. But you have such an offense and such a dynamic player like Ryan that one play and they're already up 12-0, going to go for 2.
And he did. Coach Arthur, I mean, don't even second guess yourself. That's the correct thing to do. You kick the ball, make them work the whole field. But boy,
Reed inside easy, and it's 2-point conversion is good. And number 7 Lackawanna Trail leads Carbondale now 14-0 here early in the second quarter. So here is what Trail has faced this year so far. Again, a tough game with that. We talked about when we saw Tunkhannock how tough they played Lackawanna Trail. Easy win over Western Wayne, but then you go meet the Bulldogs, and we all know what they are right now, 6-0. Playing some real good football.
Yes, they are.
They had a tough game with Dunmore. Dunmore led in that one. Got back to Mid-Valley. And an easy win Sunday over Old Forge in a short week for Lackawanna Trail.
It really is, and you wonder how your kids are going to respond. I mean, they play Sunday, and then they got to play Friday night. And you figure Thursday is basically it's a walkthrough special teams kind of day. But how much could you prepare? I mean, there's not much preparing for the opponent when you only have 2 days. And they had a heck of a schedule there. I mean, Dunmore, that's a battle of the wing tees right there going at it. And they got one game coming up, I'm sure they have circled, and that's Riverside. I mean, not looking past Susquehanna, Holy Cross, but they know they feel confident in those games. But Riverside, that's become quite the rivalry with Lackawanna Trail.
Yeah, and if they win here tonight, that game will probably be for the division championship. And you know what? As your coach, and you know this, your goals are simple. You got the division, then districts, and then states. You got to go in that order.
That's the pecking order. You can say, hey, every team says, I want to go to states, but you can't get there.
No. Right.
You can't get there if you don't get out of your division or or districts.
So Carbondale finds themselves in a hole, and this is a very big possession if they want to stay in this game with this Lions team.
And Bob, Trail took over 6 minutes on that first drive. Mm-hmm. This one was less than 20.
Yeah. It was less than 20, and Isaac Ryan showing that speed on down that sidelines. And now he's got to kick off. So we gave him an extra little break. And now he's going to put his leg into this one and kick this one off for the Lions. They're in white tonight, obviously, and Chargers are in red. From the 1. With a big gap is Viglino. Viglino down the sidelines. One man to beat. It's Ryan, and he catches him at the 10. But a huge play for the junior, who takes this one almost 80 yards and sets the Chargers up. Looks like first and goal, Carbondale area.
Incredible. Talk about trying to get your team back into this. Watch this return right here. He did a great job with their wall, opening it up. And watch the sprint and the effort from Isaac Ryan. Not only did he kick the ball off, he stayed in his lane, turned around, had a great pursuit angle, and did a great job hawking him down to set Carbondale up right now at the...
Looks like just outside the 10. Looks like the 11-yard line, so they can get a first down. So about a 78-yard return. He took it from the 5. Roman up the middle. This is where you need a big push from your offensive line to pick up a couple yards. They are already in the Santarelli and Sons red zone.
Well, one thing Carbondale's offensive line has to do is they have to stay low, and they're all up high. If you can see their helmets, folks, that means they're up too high. They've got to get that leverage and drive the legs and move those Lackawanna Trail defensive linemen out of the way.
Well, I'm surprised Carbondale has not put the ball up yet in the air. Maybe they're a little bit nervous, or they're setting them up for the big play, but you know,
they did try that one play action, but they ran that outside blitz. Trail did, and it just smushed them.
So a little bit off, a little bit different look. Roman up the middle, had a hole briefly. Good job by the Lions shooting in. That's Filippic, the sophomore, who's replacing Dwyer tonight, and he's up to the 5-6-yard line. So you can get a first down, as we said. So they have 2 downs here.
And Carbondale, nice job with the double team. 78 in there. Parker Murch and Jaden Keller do a nice job with the double team. Now, what they have to do is they have to get their eyes to the second level to see who's going to get to that linebacker.
Well, this is why the offensive line pushes the sled all week. Got to push these guys off the ball and get Carbondale on the board. They have a big lineman in the backfield, too, for a block, and Roman shoots through. And he's going to be close to a Keystone Container first down. I think he got it.
Well, you see right in there, that was 76. They pulled Jaden Keller back into that heavy-set lead block in there. And I'll tell you what, 320 pounds coming down. He moved some people out of the way on that one to get that first down.
Oh, I think he's going to stay back there. It's first and goal, Carbondale trying to cut this lead in half from the 2. They're trying to set the chain on the far side. Oh, they're actually going to measure it. So, hold on. I give them a first down. They're actually going to measure it. So, officially, it might be third down coming up. I gave them a first.
Well, according to the clock, the board, it says it was 3rd and 3.
It's a first, yeah.
Yep. Eagle eyed up here. He knew it.
Well, as you know, and people know, when they go to these old grass fields, there's a little bow in it. So
yes.
It's tough from one side to the other to see. But it was clearly a first down. So chance for the Chargers now to push one in against the Lions. Jim Miller's going to stop the clock. They actually just moved the ball to the center of the field. That's all they really did. So off the hash mark to the center. Roman the single back. Big 76 is in that backfield still. Off the left side. That goes left side. Roman, big push. I don't think he got it. I think he got to about the half-foot line.
And guess who he was met by? Isaac Ryan and a host of other Lions in there getting it done. Number 74 for Trail doing a nice job in there. Lucas Evans.
See Ryan come up from his safety spot, and they couldn't get a hat on him. But again, it's almost tush-push time. You could do that. You can't do that in high school. We've seen this. We tried that before. So let's see if it's Paquetti up the middle or if they give it off to Roman. It is Paquetti, and Paquetti falls forward. The ball comes out, and it's recovered by Lackawanna Trail.
Fumble on the play.
Oh, boy, what a disaster for the Chargers. And the Lions recover Tyler Jervis in the end zone. So the ball must have come out before he crossed the goal line. Oh, and it did. He tried to put the ball over. He wasn't down. There's the ball. No one saw it. Oh, boy, what a play by Lackawanna Trail. But Kenny lost the ball right at the goal line. And it's recovered by Lackawanna Trail.
Heads up by Tyler Jervis. A fall on that ball, and you saw he was trying to go over the right side of his center, and he got all tangled up, tried to extend the ball, and he lost control.
I think the question is, did the ball cross, and then
that's what
once
Coach
the ball
Arthur's
crosses the right, and Coach Arthur is an official.
Yes.
So 2 guys on each side didn't see it. I don't know if we can see it again from right there if we slow it down again. But did he lose it? Did he cross it then lose it? We don't have a pylon cam, so
we don't have that. And you'll see right here, his knee was actually down.
So he was actually down before he crossed the line.
So maybe, well, Coach Arthur is definitely fired up. And again, they don't have replay, and if they saw the replay, they would say, you know what, it is Carbondale's ball. He was down.
He was down.
Of his knees.
He was down short of the goal line, if anything.
And you have to fight for your kids. I don't blame Coach Arthur one bit, because he's trying to get his team back into this game.
He's going to see our replay and even be more mad because his knee was down, and that's really the referee behind him should have saw that, the white hat. Well, no matter what, it's Lackawanna Trail ball at their own 20-yard line to go back to work with Ryan on the inside. Ryan gets hit, but big gain. Let's call it about 7-8 yards already.
And the thing is, let's see this play right there. It is. There's the the trap game, number 74. Lucas Evans coming from his left tackle position to kick out that defensive end.
Well, big return. Baglino goes Fanaut because Chargers were unable to put that one through, and it goes officially down as a fumble. And Trail back to work. Jervis on the keeper. Outside has a Keystone Container first down, and Moore gets tripped up just past the 25-yard line by Roman.
Hey, see right here, designated quarterback keep the entire way. Tried to do a little play action up inside. Tyler does a nice job bouncing to the outside. Great job by our spotlight player for Carbondale, number 1, Francisco Roman, taking them down.
Well, now the Carbondale defense has their heels back on the goal line almost because they need to stop here. They can't go down 21-0.
I mean, you can say, yes, we're getting the ball to start the second half, but guess what? That's a long way away.
Inside trap. Edwards ridden down. He carried a couple players down, and he's going to be... Nope, it'll be a Keystone Container first down. Give 10 to Carter Edwards.
You just saw that's a fullback counter trap. He takes a jab step with his left foot, then cuts back to the right. Again, trying to get those linebackers to overflow.
Kirby trying to encourage his teammates. You see 33 in red. They know what's coming, but can they stop it? Ryan, second man through, gets a block. Ryan has speed. Ryan into the secondary, tripped up by number 1. Roman again, but inside Charger territory at the 35-yard line. So a 20-yard gain for Ryan. He's well over 100 already.
There it is right there. He just goes on the outside. Now watch, folks. He puts his hand down here, trying to keep his balance. He does, and he bounces forward for another 3 yards. Great effort.
On his career, Ryan coming in had over 3,100 yards and 48 touchdowns in his career. And with some and we've seen in the last couple of years, they've had good backs. I mean, to spread the ball around, but still to have over 3,100 yards, you're getting the ball a lot. You're going to be a special player. Inside again, this is Edwards, and no one's stopping that fullback trap. Another big gain inside the 20-yard line. So a 16-yard jaunt for the sophomore.
So what's Lackawanna Trail doing? They're going to punch you in the face inside, then they're going to go with the haymakers to the outside, and all these ball carriers they have, all their running backs, the wing back, fullback, halfback, all get their share of the ball, but we know Isaac Ryan gets the lion's share, no pun intended.
Senderelli and Sons red zone, and we have a timeout, Carbondale. 6:07 left in the second. In this first half, 14-0 Lions, and Carbondale takes the first timeout.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Hendrick Manufacturing in Carbondale. Now hiring production staff, engineers, and drafters. Hendrick offers competitive pay, full benefits, paid time off, and a convenient location right here in Carbondale. Build your future with a company that's been strong for over 150 years. Visit hendrickcorp.com/careers and apply today.
Let's check in on the Luzerne County Community College scoreboard on the NEPA Football Network. Abington Heights leading Scranton Prep in the second, Coach, 14-0.
Wow.
Dunmore 14-0 over Mid-Valley. Riverside 20-0 over Holy Cross. Mifflinburg 7-7 with Southern Columbia. Valley View losing to North Pocono 7-3. We'll see Hazleton next week. They're losing to Crestwood 14-0. And the other big game was Wilkes-Barre and Pittston trying to get a score. Oh, refreshed on me.
Technology.
Yep. 3-0 still in the first reported. Wilkes-Barre over Pittston area. So back to the ground game they go. Ryan again. And this time this time he carries a couple players. Chargers did a good job to hold him up, but Ryan fell forward, and he's forward for 6.
That was a nice stop by David Myers, the senior, but look at this. Lots of red jerseys up there at the line of scrimmage, but he just squeezed through, and great job, like I said, by David Myers, the 155-pound senior.
So, Trail beat Mid-Valley this year, 49-27. They put up 449 yards rushing in that game. That's their season high. And they put up 131 yards through the air. Both highs this year.
And that's actually very impressive for Coach Jervis and this wing T offense.
Second man through. Ryan again. He's got a Keystone container. First down inside the 10 to the 8. So give him 7 more.
Jaquez Kirby, the junior outside line or defensive end, does a nice job coming off of the block and then just peels down and makes that tackle.
Bring up a first and goal for the Lions.
So 5 minutes to play in this first half. Trails own this game on offense and have owned the time of possession. Chargers defense has not been able to stop them. So it's, again, first and goal. Ryan bounces outside. Ryan to the goal line, and he falls through.
Touchdown Lions.
Myers almost had him, but add another touchdown on the resume for senior Isaac Ryan. So that didn't take long, 80 yards, Coach.
No, and it only took about a minute and a half, max 2 minutes off of the clock on that drive.
8 plays on that one. Ryan on the PAT, he's not tired enough. This one is up and through. So it's 21-0. Lackawanna Trail over in Carbondale. We'll be right back here on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back. The Lions leading 21-0 as it's time for our first Dr. Todd Smile Cam of the evening. Alongside me, I have Salem Pilney, a freshman for the Carbondale Marching Band. Now, Salem, what is your role for the marching band?
I am in percussion. I play the snare drum.
And what made you want to join the marching band in the first place?
My father kind of forced me into it.
Are you happy that your father forced you into it?
Yes.
Well, what a great night here in Carbondale. It's time for the Dr. Todd Smile Cam. Time for the band to take it away.
Good job, band. They'll perform at halftime, and homecoming festivities will take place here at Carbondale. We are back inside the Sarah Sports Complex on the Carbondale campus here up in the Pioneer City, northern Lackawanna County area. Coach's first trip here. Is it your first trip?
It's my first time, yes.
Can't say it was my first. I called radio for the Chargers back in the early 2000s when John LaSavage was the coach here. One of our colleagues, John Kennedy, and I drove up every game.
That's
I can't even remember the radio station. WCDL, I guess it was. Yeah. Okay, Bacchetti to the line. Bacchetti, deep pass, and it's pulled in, but I think we have a flag.
It was the motion man broke to the front, to the line of scrimmage too soon.
A great pass, great catch from Myers, but this one's coming back. I saw the flag go up in the air, and Coach just mentioned, I think this is coming back for Carbondale.
We have an illegal motion on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. We play second down.
And if you watch the replay, if we get the replay up there, you'll see he breaks. What happens is motion man's coming across the line, and you'll see right there he starts to go forward. And you can't do that. His shoulders is what gave it away. If he would have kept them square, it would have been okay.
Well, put that in the book, though, in the back of your mind, because Bacchetti hit Myers, and I said before, I'd like to see him throw a little more.
You did, and if they watched the film with Old Forge last week, yes, trail was up, but the problem was they were able to pass the ball, and that's where Old Forge had some success scoring 20 points.
Yeah, the Lions give up about 113 yards through the air. Now, again, some of that is in what they say, quote-unquote, garbage time.
Right, but that's not – yeah, I hate that term.
But you only have 20-some players out there. There's not a JV team in there. They're going to hand it off. I thought it was play action to hand it off, but there was a blitz there. And number 56 shoots in Blake Stage, a senior, for his third tackle for a loss on the season.
Defensive end Blake Stage, great job. Taking on the block, sheds it, and drops him for a loss.
So a loss of 11. Oh, I should say loss of 6 because there was a 5-yard penalty. So it's back at the 30, and it'll be 3rd and 20 now. And now you're Carbondale. You probably expect a blitz or something from the line. They're actually going to play Ryan deep. So Bacchetti in shotgun. It is play action. They get it back outside, and number 5 put his knee down.
They saw that knee down.
Baglino,
I don't mean to be sarcastic. I apologize.
Baglino put his knee down on the catch.
That ball, it was a low ball, and he just went down to get that, and his knee did make contact.
So loss on the play.
So, look, Carbondale's averaged 32.6 points per game. Tonight, they're having a tough time just moving the ball against a stout Lackawanna Trail defense.
So, as we said, Carbondale 4-2 coming in. Have some wins, again, including last week to Montrose 40-0. You know, they played Lakeland. Again, we saw them, Lakeland, next week. We've seen Nanticoke. Redeemer, that's actually a pretty big win. Redeemer's playing pretty good. They have a good quarterback down there.
They are, as is Holy Cross.
Holy Cross. So, and then, of course, they lost to Dunmore, and then last week they rebound with a shutout. But they don't have a win over a team with over 500 record. But again, when we look at the AAA standings at halftime, we're going to see Carbondale right in the mix. You
they
take
are.
8 teams, And they have some winnable games coming out. Yes, they have Riverside next week.
Riverside's got their hands full.
But the last 2 games are winnable.
And they can't worry about the rest of the schedule. They got to get through Trail.
So Gabriel back out to punt on 4th and, again, 23. Ryan back deep. Low kick right to Ryan. Picks it up at the 48, and with a head of steam, he's going. Isaac Ryan is off. Isaac Ryan can't get a block. And a
horse collar.
Horse collar coming in, as Coach said, a flag down, couple flags. So they slowed Ryan down. He'll be down to 23. They're probably going to add on to this. And here's what my surprise is. I don't know why you're kicking it to him. I'd kick it out of bounds.
And it was, and Bob, I apologize for yelling out horse collar as you were commentating there, but he did. He grabbed, I mean, you just
saw. On the return, we have a block in the back on the return team. It'll be 10 yards from that spot. It'll be 1st and 10
So you were wrong.
I'm wrong a lot of times. But, boy, the way that his jersey got grabbed and his body shifted, I was like, oh, that's an easy horse collar. Wow. Okay.
I don't know if we can see that run again, but, again, Ryan has a head of steam like that. He's going to be tough to stop. Again,
great job, Burst, coming through. Patient. Right there.
Oh.
That's what, again, and the ref was right there. But, hey.
It was a horse collar.
It was a thankless job that the, as we affectionately call them, the Seabers do.
And we've seen that tonight. They're going to set the chains. The ball will be just past the 42. Let's see where they're going to be. Back to the 45. Okay. So Trail's going to have the ball on the Charger 45-yard line. 2:38 remaining in this first half. Well, if Carbondale ever needed a stop or a turnover, they needed it on this series. Jervis up through. Just gain of 1.
Well, just a design quarterback keep on that. You see Tyler going over, saying, okay, Dad, what's next? And now right there, he just follows it through. And again, Isaac Ryan lining up at that wing position, coming across and lead blocking through for Tyler Jervis.
Carbondale, again, we said at the beginning, if you didn't know, they will get the ball to begin the third quarter. They won the opening toss, and they deferred. Under 2 to play. Reed outside, and Reed carries up through. Roman with the tackle. Going to be short of the first down.
Boy, that's really positive yardage for Hayden Reed in terms of being 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. Getting his nose mixed up in there. He's just putting his nose down and just running the ball.
Trail has a couple of timeouts left. Jervis going to look to the air. And it is out for Ryan, and it goes incomplete. Good defense by Roman out there. Almost had a chance to intercept that, so 4th down now.
That was tremendous job by Francisco Roman on coverage right here. He broke right there. And again, there's a height difference of 4 inches, and that's a world of height difference there.
So 4th down now. Chance for Carbondale maybe to get the ball back. But you figure it's going to be a run here. Number 10 is going to have it in some way or fashion. Yep.
Wow, they brought 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
No, they're going to keep it to Jervis, and Jervis shoots through, gets a block up the middle. It is a Keystone Container first down. And it'll be 4 yards for Jervis, and they'll move the change and momentarily stop the clock.
One huge reason why Lackawanna Trail is so successful offensively is that offensive line is doing a great job. Timeout by Trail.
Yep. So Lions going to use their second timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket.
Coming up in the Manuka Subaru halftime report, we'll check in on the Fox 56 headlines with our news team. We'll showcase Luzerne County Community College. We'll also have a check presentation to the school district here in Carbondale. Jan and I will be back with some stats and highlights, and then we have some national highlights from around the country. That's coming up in the Manuka Subaru Halftime Report.
I'll finish my thought from prior to the timeout. The offensive line for Lackawanna Trail has done a great job dominating. Their pad level is low. They're getting underneath Carbondale. Now, Carbondale's defense has been out there 20 of 24 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not as much as 20, but they've got to be tired. And you can tell by their stances if you look right now, they're just up tall. They're not really in that urgency mode, getting down low. Watch their pad level, folks. Let's see who wins the battle.
From the 34-yard line, the Lions trying to add on to this score before they go into the locker rooms. There goes Ryan. Couple shifty moves. Ryan sheds a tackle. Ryan is off, and he's got another Reaper's Revenge touchdown for Isaac Ryan, this time 34 yards. Oh, we will do flag after. Let's see if this one's going to count. I believe it will. Maybe unsportsmanlike.
A hold.
Nope.
52 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the fall. It'll be first down.
Okay, so where was the foul at? That's the question, because he did have a Keystone Container first down. It is a spot foul, or is it from the last line of scrimmage?
No, it should be a spot foul.
No, I think it's the last line. No, but it is for a spot foul. 52, right there. Yep, on Roman.
Yep.
Like I say, he wrapped him. So a break for Carbondale. So the penalty will give them a first down. And the ball is just past the 35-yard line to the 36, sorry.
That just gives the Trail offense, or which running back, is going to be able now to have more yardage for this evening.
Yeah. Jervis, second man through. Holds on to the ball. Powers forward for almost 9 for the QB.
That was Caden Keller, the senior defensive end, that comes down in there and makes that tackle. Again, you see other Carbondale Chargers in there.
So, flag down. Jeff Arthur still talking to our referee, Jim Miller.
He's.
Oh, did they spike it? Did they spike it?
I think they did.
I think they did spike it.
For no reason, though. They had 3 timeouts.
And the clock wasn't rolling. So now it's 3rd down and 8. Ryan, second man through again. Has a block. Ryan to the outside. Has a Keystone Container first down. He's ridden out of bounds about the 16-yard lines. Don't see any flags. So first down from the 16.
Big hit by number 13, David Myers here. Again, Isaac Ryan just keeps getting to the outside, and they just, they're holding on for dear life right now. That was Stephen Oakley also. I mean, that's going to be one tired defense just from playing the first half against the Trail Lions.
From the 16, the Lions come out with 2 wideouts to the near side. Jervis, little swing pass to Ryan. Get in your best player's hand. Ryan just weaves through traffic. And this time he does score. It is a Reaper's Revenge touchdown. This time 16 yards. Ryan officially gets the TD through the air this time.
Yeah, they just go with the swing pass here. And you're just giving him the field. Look, he had a good burst, then he sees it, and he's just taking his time in there. Another touchdown. Ryan's got to have, oh, gosh, Bob, I know he's well over 100 because he had that 90-yarder.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's PAT is up and no good. So Joey Thomas comes in. He's missed 2, and it's 27-0. 26 ticks left in the first. So it was a 9-play, officially 45-yard drive. Couple penalties in there on the lines, but it didn't matter. They still push it in. They get it to their best player.
It wasn't a surprise. No. I mean, maybe the swing pass, but again, that's where you've got to play your responsibilities outside in for your defensive ends. So let's see it again. Here we go. Nice swing pass. And you notice what happened on that. He went deep, and Jervis led him. He fed him that ball perfectly, so he was on a good burst going forward.
And he had 3 red jerseys looking at Jervis, think they were going to get him, and no one covering number 10 on the outside, Isaac Ryan. So 27-0. They put up 2 touchdowns since Carbondale couldn't push it in on a strange play where it was called a fumble in the end zone, and Lackawanna Trail recovered. But Pachetti, the quarterback, had a knee down, but the referees didn't see it at the 1. So Carbondale did have a shot to cut the lead in half, but unfortunately, it's 27-0 now. Again, Chargers get the ball to begin the third quarter in the hole. So it'll be a Bathfitter kickoff. This time, Thomas, the sophomore, going to do the honors. Little squib kick. And picked up by Roman. And a lot of white jerseys there going the wrong way. And they're going to mark his forward progress at the 24-yard line.
Good special teams coverage there. The Chargers look overwhelmed right now. They didn't know who was going to get that ball because, again, it's a squib. You've got to make the commitment, get on it, especially if you're one of the upbacks. You're just going to fall on the ball. You're not going to try to return it.
I know we've talked about this in the past, but we'll bring it up again. Both these teams play players on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
Do you use more energy on defense or offense? Because Charger players look really tired.
Defensively, the Chargers look really tired at this point. But to answer your question, Bob, it's going to always be, I think, personally, defense. Because offense, you can kind of pick and choose, especially if you know, we have a flag on this play.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you know where the play's going, so say I'm the left tackle and the play's going right, I can kind of go 80%. I don't really have to really exert myself as much.
Where on defense, he's trying to get upfield.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Applying the penalty. Penalty is declined. It'll be second down. Run the back.
Okay, there you saw. So we'll go officially as a carry, but for about 6 yards. That should just about do it here at the half. So Lackawanna Trail came out with a long drive to begin the game, and it's been Lions ever since here in the Pioneer City. They're going to go into the half down 27-0. Vince is going to try to grab Coach Jervis. We'll have homecoming festivities, so a little bit longer here at the break. But during halftime, Coach and I will have some stats highlights, and we'll break down some of the District 2 playoffs as we head into we are in week number 7. We'll also give you some scores from around the area. So a big half from Isaac Ryan. We'll put his stats down on paper. We'll let you know what he ran for and how many touchdowns he has. But let's go down to Vince now with Coach Jervis.
Coach, offensively, a great first half. How do you make sure you don't take the gas off in the second half?
I think, it comes down to execution. We have some good senior leadership up front. Isaac's, very talented. Want to get some more guys involved in the second half, take a little pressure off of Isaac. But, hey, this game's a long ways from over. They're a well-coached, great football team we're playing tonight. We still got to just keep taking one play at a time.
They had a couple of chunk plays on the punt return and the big reception that got called back. How do you make sure you prevent those in the second half?
Yeah, they have some great athletes. The Viglino kid, number 5, the Roman kid, number 1. There's some really good athletes. Quarterback's a great athlete. They're big up front. So, yeah, we have to keep, defensively, kind of just winning first down. That's really what it comes down to, and get off the field on third down.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, coming up, it's the Manuka halftime report here on MyTV WQMY. The Lions lead the Chargers 27-0 at the half.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter, on MyTV WQMY.
In the downtown Scranton area, there are several options for choice in college. Having a community college in the area is an extremely important resource for students. Just having accessibility to the options to take classes at a reduced rate, and be at a more convenient location closer to their homes. Obviously, accessibility in the way of where we're at in the downtown location, inside that marketplace at Steamtown Mall up on that second floor. The students can take advantage of our business administration program. We also have business management. Students here are also taking advantage of the psychology. With a combination of in-person and online curriculum, they can complete those degrees. We are also starting an early childhood education curriculum here this semester. We'll have an evening class for early childhood, introduction to early childhood education. We try and remove those barriers that might keep a student from success in their educational journey, and something like the food pantry, or even student tutoring, our writing center, which is an in-person resource for students here. They are here to help students with those things that come up for them. We are offering an ESL curriculum here at the Scranton Center for any student who needs to bring their ESL language up to proficiency to be able to do college-level work. This program is for you. Our students can come in and take their ESL courses here in the late evening, and then continue on for pursuing any kind of college degree that they're interested in. Now is an excellent time because we offer the opportunity for open enrollment at LCC. And a student who is just making that decision now can easily apply to the college, get that placement testing done, come in and get a full schedule of classes.
Welcome to the Manuka Subaru Halftime.
Hi, I'm Toby with NEPA Builders. Thanks for watching the game at home and listening to our message. We wanted to tell you about our Raising the Roof program. It's a partnership with Fox 56, 84 Lumber Company, and NEPA Builders to replace a roof for a family in need. Our Raising the Roof program is something that we came up with to support our community in a way that only a builder could. We believe that businesses have a responsibility to support their community the same way that they support us. Building a better Northeast is our motto, and this is just one of the ways that we do that. So if you're at home, what we're asking you to do, walk outside your door, look up and down your street. There's somebody that needs a roof that can't afford it. Visit our website, nepabuilders.com, nominate that person, and help us build a better Northeast.
I'm John Udicek, president of Luzerne County Community College, proud title sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals football program. We want to thank the local communities, schools, and the student athletes who make high school football such a special tradition here in northeastern Pennsylvania. At Luzerne County Community College, we believe in the power of education, teamwork, and community. That's why we're so proud to support the Friday Night Football program and to donate $250 to tonight's homeschool. From all of us at Luzerne County Community College, thank you for letting us be a part of your Friday nights, and good luck this season.
Good already.
Yeah, people know. Anybody watching.
So, before tonight's game, we present a check to Larry Gabriel, the assistant principal here at Carbondale. He wants to be principal, but he's the assistant principal. He's also the athletic director here. $250 check to the Carbondale area high school. Bob I, Jan Cechak back in the booth in one piece right now. Not unexpected. We expected Trail to run their offense, yes. And on the first series, they had it after the kickoff, and they ran it right down the field. Carbondale had to come back with some kind of score, and when they couldn't score, it kind of opened up the floodgates.
It really did, and to get back into the game, Carbondale needed something big, and they did with the kickoff return. And then we saw they kind of self-destructed there at the end, and then Lackawanna Trail didn't look back. They're looking forward right now. They want to get to that 35 mark. They want to sit Isaac Ryan. They want to get all those younger kids, not that they have a ton of them, some more of that valuable playing experience time.
We've seen a lot of great running backs, and we will coming up, I'm sure, with Berwick and next week with LaPresto from Pittston area. But Isaac Ryan over 1,000 yards, and he's showing why already tonight.
We figured out the total Lackawanna Trail offense is 284 yards. He accounts for 224. 2 touchdowns on the ground and 1 touchdown for 18 yards in the air. I mean, he is Mr. Trail right now.
He is, because we've punted, he kicked, he's done extra points, and he's done a little bit of everything. And that wing T offense is really tough to stop. Chargers, though, maybe we want to see a little bit more through the air because they have no offense, maybe under 50 yards.
And what that starts, though, that offensive line has got to stay low, and they've got to keep their feet moving to give Bicchetti a little bit of a chance to throw that ball downfield. And we know that they can do that. We've seen it. They had one called back earlier for, I think, 70 yards or something. Yeah, so they can get there.
Will they in the second half to get the ball? So let's take a look at the first half highlights, though, before we get into the second half. And as we said, it was Trail marching down the field, 12 plays, and they score the opening kick, and then it's Tyler Jervis.
Tyler Jervis for a 2-yard plunge. And right here we see Isaac Ryan. He decides, well, you know what? I'm going to go 90 yards on this one. See you later, folks. Look at that. Great burst of speed. And then look at his stride. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. Good ball security. You see the points up in the air. He didn't take it for granted. Now, they go with 2-point conversion on this, but that's the 2-point right there. Yep. I just want to make sure we're synced up. Thank you, Ernie. And right there, you saw they had a great kick return, and the ball squeezed out, and we talked about it earlier. His knee was actually down. So now, get the ball to your playmaker. Gets it in there for that 3rd touchdown. 8-yard plunge. Now they go with the swing pass, and what I loved about it was he dropped back, and Tyler fed him perfectly. Full burst. Leads us here to 27-0 at the half.
At the half, and Isaac Ryan showing why he's a pretty good player. So it is halftime. We are at homecoming festivities right now, so a little bit longer. We'll take a look at our national highlights, take a break, and then Jan and I will have some District 2 standings coming up after the national highlights, Friday Night Rivals, and Thursday Night Lights.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Are you kidding? What just happened? Flipped out of his hands, and it's a touchdown for Jaden Pierce. Oh, my goodness.
Here's nothing. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Running under it, making the catch. What a catch by Cade Mitchell.
Holy cow for the Food City touchdown.
Plus, stop of the game, Jeremiah Cruz. He had a few of those tonight. Jeremiah laying the wood.
250 yards passing. Now he wants to take a shot. Looking to hang this one up for Gardner, and he drops it to him, and Gardner makes a move at the 35. Gardner's still on his feet. Gardner's got 3 touchdowns tonight. Seeger's got 5. Polka fires. Ball is intercepted by the Rams. It's Mason Wydra with the pick. And here comes the Rams the other way on the turn. Here he goes, right side of the field. Wydra with some blockers. Wydra on the return of the interception. He's all the way down to the 10, the 5. Wydra returns it for the score. Mason Wydra.
Receiver in motion. He will roll right. Under pressure. Still on his feet. Trying to find somebody downfield. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the back of the end zone. The receiver's wide open. Touchdown, McQueen.
Welcome back to the Pioneer City. Bob Jan Cechak back with you. 27-0 is the score at the half. There you see the Carbondale band performing here at homecoming after they just announced the King and Queen, and I know Vince will be tracking that down very shortly. So let's take a look at district standings, Coach, because we are in Week 7. The playoffs will be here again. We say this every year at this time. And again, look out for the Dogs, man. They are back. We'll see them in 2 weeks against Selinsgrove. They already have a win over Wyoming area. Prep is losing tonight to Abington Heights. Mid-Valley's losing to Dunmore. We are in Carbondale. So, again, eight teams get in. Right now, Tunkanic's at 18. But you think it goes through the Berwick Bulldogs this year to win a district title in 3A.
And Lake Lehman right now is beating Tunkanic as we speak. But Berwick, C.J. Curry, great job down there. Bringing back that tradition down there. I remember his grandfather had these shirts that said Wetsu. I mean, and they eat that stuff up down there. They love it. So that's great. Wyoming area, Coach Spencer, I mean, I thought at the beginning of the season, talking to him at media day, he was like, well, we'll be okay. That's what he said. We'll be okay. You know, we've got some good kids. Yeah. He really downplayed, but they're having a tremendous season. And again, their only loss is to that tough team in Berwick.
Yeah, and Prep has a tough schedule coming up. But, you know, it could be one of those 4 teams that, could be in that district final. But we expect the Berwick to be there the whole way. So let's move on to the next one. And 4A, so 4 teams get in. This one, if North Pocono's beating Valley View tonight, you figure everything goes through the Trojans. They've already beaten Dallas.
Yes.
They started with Crestwood and beaten Valley View tonight. So they already beat their competition. The fight here is for that 4th spot.
And right now, Crestwood handily over their opponent. Dallas was up by a touchdown. Wallenpaupack and Honesdale.
Wallenpaupack's playing Scranton.
And
there's 0-0.
0-0. And is
Honesdale's tomorrow against Lakeland.
That's what I thought. But they were having a tribute to Coach Keller up there.
Yep.
Yeah, up in Honesdale tonight. So, yeah, that 4th spot's going to be a doozy up there. Wallenpaupack has really done a nice job this year. I know the record's 2-4, but again, second-year coach, trying to make sure those kids understand what the expectations are for the Buckhorns. Coach Hawan is a brand-new coach up at Honesdale. So,
and Wallenpaupack, I was updated from our folks at NEPAfootball.com. 14-7 Wallenpaupack over Scranton. 14-13 now Abington leads Scranton Prep. Let's go to 5A, and again, I think this goes right again through Pittston area because again, Abington Del Valle going to have to fight it out again for Division I in the LFC. Valley West not having your typical year. Pittston area already leading big over Wilkes-Barre. We will see the Patriots next week against Hazleton area.
And Del Valle 45-26 over Long Island Lutheran. They started really rough. I mean, they had a tough schedule, Del Valle did. Abington Heights is really doing well, but they lost one of their key players.
Yep.
Valley West has shown some glimmers of hope that they're bringing the Spartans back. And West Scranton, Coach Minetti, I love his enthusiasm down there. He's getting the community back involved.
But how about Paul Russick? I mean, he moves from Honesdale to his home high school. And they have some great talent, don't get me wrong. But he's turned them around. And if they win out, they'll win the Division I crown of the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Yes.
And they'll be the top seed and host a lot of 5A games.
And Coach Russick, Bob, as you said, great job. You come down there first year, expectations are high, but he's always had high expectations for, even at Honesdale he had it. But now he's got the talent, and he's doing such a wonderful job.
Let's go a little bit bigger. Let's go 6A. We haven't talked much about this. Again, Williamsport's losing to Shamokin. Wilkes-Barre's losing to Pittston area. Scranton is losing.
And Hazleton's
flip your coin
losing.
there. I mean, flip a coin between. I mean, we would think it's Wilkes-Barre. Going in, everyone, a lot of people thought Wilkes-Barre could be better. They beat themselves this year. Again, in a lot of games, they could still win out and still be the top seed. And again, maybe they won the district, but then they have to play the sub-regional. So I know how that works and all that, but 4 teams get in, and they're there 4 right there.
And Wilkes-Barre, we did their game early in the year, the longest game we did all year, overtime, and he's got Coach Cinty's got some great talent down there. Coach Michael's defense does some really nice things, but the kids have that mental breakdown at times. Williamsport, Mike does a great job down there with the Millionaires, and Coach Shumbris, we haven't heard too much about him this year, but I don't know if he's in the midst of a rebuild because I really haven't followed him because they're not on our schedule. And a brand new coach down there, Coach Sacco at Hazleton.
Well, we'll take a look at 2A and A throughout tonight's game. We'll go again. Lackawanna Trail is probably the favorite, and I think we saw the favorite last week in Lakeland. So both teams on the field, gearing up for this one. Coach Arthur's still talking to the referees, and the Chargers will get the ball. Hey, the Chargers have to show something here on offense on their first series, or it's going to be the rest of the night's going to be really long. If you go from there, they haven't showed much offense. They need to mix it up a little bit, maybe, and as you said, maybe throw a little bit as well. Kind of, you got.
They've got to get an offensive charge going at this point. I mean, I know we're the home of the Chargers, but they've got to do that. Now it's tantamount to them to stay into this game. If Trail gets another touchdown, 2-point conversion, that means it's a running clock, and the Chargers do not want that.
Okay, Joey Thomas, the sophomore, has this one teed up. Roman is back with Vaglino again, and a little squibber, and it's worked a couple times. This time, though, the Chargers fall on it. They'll have the ball at the 30-yard line, and we'll come back out, and we'll see their quarterback, Cole Becchetti, a sophomore, trying to lead them down the field. Well, before we talk about that, Vince talked to the Chargers coach. What did he have to say, Vince?
3 main themes coming out of the locker room. The first one, how important this first drive of the second half is. He's got to drive downfield and put some points on the board, but he's been happy with the effort his offense has put up. In regards to slowing down Isaac Ryan, He gave him props, saying he was the best running back in the area, and he has faith in stopping him by his offense going out there and keeping him on the sidelines, keeping him on defense rather than putting the ball in his hands. And as for the self-inflicted wounds, it just has to stop. The penalties, the fumble on the goal line, he knows those are costly mistakes, and he mentioned he and this team cannot do this against Lackawanna Trail, so we'll see if they can limit those self-inflicted wounds in the second half.
Yeah, exactly what we said, and Coach Arthur, thank you, Vince, said the exact same thing. So they try a little trickery on the first play, and you have to open up the playbook now.
You do, and there was a lot of running for no yards.
No yards, yeah, exactly. Hey, good credit to the Trail defense so far tonight. They gave up 28 points to Dunmore, 27 to Mid-Valley, 20 last week to Old Forge. But right now, they are pitching a shutout. Roman, right up the gut, nowhere to go. Maybe a yard on that. So 3rd and long now, going to face Carbondale.
Big Anthony Palucci in there, 260-pound nose tackle. Lucas Evans, 265. They're just clogging up inside. And it's amazing how Carbondale is trying to run it at their big guys in there. You'll see it right here. They're just collapsing it. They're getting a decent push. Carbondale's offensive line got a good push on that, but they're just not strong enough to move those guys out of the gaps that they need to get out of.
So Carbondale's defense is their lows this year. Against Tunkhannock, they only gave up 39 yards on the ground, and against Western Wayne, they gave up only 8 yards through the air. So this defense can play, even though there's just about 23 down players on the roster. So
there was the pass.
Bacchetti, short pass, had though pressure from the backside, and it'll be 4th down for the Chargers. So no completions for the sophomore QB. The one they did have, and we talked about, that was called back on a penalty.
Costly penalty. We always say that costly penalties, but I mean that would have been changed the complexion of the game.
Gabriel on for another punt.
Now, let me ask you a question, Bob. Would you kick it to Ryan?
I wouldn't, but
no,
that's
kick
just,
it away. Yeah,
kick it out of bounds. Well, they kick it right to him and give him a head of steam. Around the 45 again. Ryan gets to the outside, and he's couldn't go much further because we're not on a Canadian Football League field, and it's not that wide. So he got kind of used didn't get tackled, kind of ran himself out of bounds. He'll have the ball at the Charger 40-yard lines. No, I would tell my kicker, kick it out of bounds. Doesn't matter where it goes.
Corner kick, get away from him. I mean, he is dynamite back there.
So real good field position, already up 27-0 from their Charger 42. Inside, handoff. Edwards just carrying people. We've seen this from the sophomore. 190 pounds, and he's carrying Chargers for 15 yards.
And that's what Coach Jervis wants to see. How the other kids, the younger kids, respond. This is perfect. Play action in there with the Delaware wing tee. It goes all over the place. And what leg drive, and more importantly, he's got great ball security, 2 hands on the ball.
Well, we do the dream game. We had a lot of Lackawanna Trail players, especially their skill players.
Yes.
They only had 6 returners. Now, the good news for them, most of the up-front guys were back, right? But you got an Edwards, you got this guy, Aiden Reed. Now, you do have Isaac Ryan returning, and he is the workhorse, as we know, coming in 224 yards already. But, you had to replace some real good skill people for Lackawanna Trail.
But the key to the wing T is their quarterback, and having Tyler Jervis, a 2-year starter there that sat and watched his brother run the offense for years.
Yep.
He's done a great job taking over. Now they got to figure out who the next guy is, and that's Lucas Philippek, 6'4", 190-pound sophomore.
Yeah, we haven't seen him yet tonight. On offense. He's been playing defense. Yes. So we may see him if they go up into the mercy rule. So inside the Santarelli and Sons red zone, little fake from Tyler Jervis, and Jervis is going to scamper in 19 yards for a Reaper's Revenge touchdown. It's number 8's second touchdown of the night.
One of the elements of the wing tees, you're going to see the quarterback reverse out on this. He spins out, and then he comes back to his right side. Just a nice job. That allows, and you see number 67 in your screen there, Anthony Palucci, the 6', 260-pound junior lead block.
They will go for 2. Surprisingly, 10 hasn't touched the ball yet in the second half. FYI. Now he's going to touch the ball now. He's going to be off that side, a big hole, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. And our 7th-ranked team in the Friday Night Rivals countdown has a 35-0 lead over Carbondale. 8:41 left in the third. We'll be right back. So it's a 42-yard drive and 2-point conversion. It's 35-0. We'll be in the running clock now here in Carbondale. And big number 76, that's his second. If there's anything tonight, Caden Keller has touched the ball twice on the kickoff. So they'll have the ball. The Chargers will right at their own 40-yard line.
Get started on your degree at LCCC Scranton Center. Earn transferable credits, explore career programs, or take short-term classes, all right in downtown Scranton. With advising, tutoring, and career counseling, will help you succeed. Learn more at luzerne.edu.
So Cole Paquetti brings them out, the sophomore, coming out with a noticeable limp. We know that Francisco Roman was banged up coming in. He's still in the game. Play action. Paquetti going deep. Has a receiver wide open, and it's the tight end, Kuna, and it falls incomplete, but he got behind the secondary.
And the offensive line did a nice job giving him a chance to throw that ball. What we talked about at halftime, what do they have to do? They have to go get that ball up. Good ball, just not on the same page.
Did have some pressure on the backside, but Paquetti stayed in there nicely. Against Montrose last week, he had 149 yards, 4 of 9, and an interception to Paquetti. This, again, a kind of a young Charger team.
Oh,
big hit in the backfield. That could be the hit of the week.
56.
Blake Stage coming in and taking down Balderas.
Well, Blake Stage has had 2 big hits. One in the first half, very similar to this one, but look at that. He just went right by the lead block and said hello.
That could be our bus stop of the game. 3rd and long now for Carbondale.
Boy, Caden Voglino, he felt that one, that's for sure.
Paquetti back, going to try to set up a middle screen, and Balderas, I think, ran into one of his linemen. That got all bunched up, and it'll be 4th down now for Carbondale.
Okay, if we can get the replay on this, watch Watch stage here, 56. He recognizes it's a screenplay, stops, and you saw all the other three linemen turn around, retrace their steps. Smart defensive line play, great coaching.
So Gabriel back out for another punt. And, Coach, are we punting it to him? Oh, it's blocked.
Well,
the punt was blocked, and it's going to take a roll for Carbondale. And they'll down it right at the 45-yard line. So that's where Lackawanna Trail will have it, up 35-0 now. Clock will stop momentarily, 5:54 remaining in the third.
Joe's Body Shop is proud to support our area high schools. With 2 convenient locations in Nicholson and Scranton, Joe's offers expert collision repair, enterprise rentals right on site, 24-hour towing, and they will work with all insurance companies to make things easy. When you need trusted services day or night, count on Joe's Body Shop, keeping our community and our drivers moving forward.
So Trail with the ball up big. Jervis still the quarterback. Hands off to the inside of the big sophomore who's running the ball nicely tonight. He's up inside Charger territory. It's a Moravia Health first down.
Well, Coach Jervis held word. He said he was going to try to take it easy on Isaac Ryan, and what's he doing? He's leaning on now number 4, Carter Edwards, doing a great job in there at the fullback position, plowing over those Chargers.
So most of the starters in for Lackawanna Trail. Again, not a big roster. Don't see a lot of players on that far side. This is Reed, another sophomore. Reed bounces to the outside. Reed into the secondary. He has a Moravia Health first down. He's down to the 30, again 13 for Hayden Reed.
And Caden Voglino does a nice job taking them down. Again, he's trying to spin in here. Watch this right at the end. Good job. Nice job from that Carbondale defensive back to take them down.
Once again, Trail on the move. Next week they'll be at Susquehanna. Steve Jervis leading his 23rd season overall in the system, 17th as head coach, and up Edwards again. I mean, this is a team that's been 48-14 in the last 5 years. One of the stalwarts, not only in District 2, but in the state in Class A.
Right in there's that lead ISO in there. You saw Ryan, he let up in there, but again, their holes are opening up, and he got a 5-yard gain on that.
And Lackawanna Trail, remember, lost to Muncie last year. That was a high-scoring game, and they were very disappointed. They thought they could have went to the state finals last year.
Coach Jervis felt that, and that was part of their mantra in the off seasons, saying, look, we know where we fell short, what we have to improve upon, and they've done that, and they're staying true to what they need to do to be successful getting this division taken care of.
Inside trap, kind of all, wing T special, but good job by Carbondale reading that. Reed got kind of hung up in the backfield. So it'll be third down and long.
That was a nice job with the guys from Carbondale being patient, not over pursuing, which is what happens on the defense with the wing T because of all the misdirection. You start to over pursue, and it creates a natural gap, natural lane for the running backs. They did a real nice job disciplinary-wise there.
Again, the last Carbondale win against the Trail was 2013, and Vince talked about that. He missed in the pregame. They were 9-2, Carbondale was back in the day. Of course, under Coach John LaSavage, then Larry Gabriel took over for a few years, and now we're into Jeff Arthur's 5th year. They're up close to another Moravia Health first down. Going to be about a yard short.
Here's that replay. Again, he hasn't touched the ball too much. 2-point conversion, and he gets them right up close. Well, they're 2 yards shy of the first down. Coach Jervis, 4th and 2, and they're going for it.
Second man through. They have a Moravia Health first down and a little bit more. They're inside of Santarelli and Sons red zone to about the 17. That was Reed again.
Yep, Hayden Reed. Again, it's nice that they've got these young kids that they're giving the ball to, and they're showing that they can be threats themselves.
Their question marks and not to look too far ahead in the long, and next year will be up front. They have 3 seniors starting.
And their quarterback.
And the quarterback, of course, and, well, Isaac Ryan.
Wow.
But yeah, look, they have high aspirations this year, and we'll take a look at the Class A standings because they're in a sub-regional. Marion was winning early. We'll get back a score, but if they win out, they're going to have to go through Line Mountain as well. And they're a very good team in the mid part of the state in central PA. But first things first, as we said, you got to win the division, then win the sub-regional.
Well, Caden Keller right there, big number, 76, 320-pounder. Nice job squeezing down from the defensive end to clog that inside up. Nice job defensively to hold the trail to a 0 gain on that first down.
Should be the last play of this quarter. Inside handoff to Edwards, and he plows forward to the 10. Haven leads Marion Catholic 55-14 before I forget to give that score. That's kind of what we were talking about. Prep has surged ahead of Abington Heights 15-14. That means they must have got a field goal. So I thought it was 14-13 or a safety.
That's right. Yeah. I thought it was 14-13 also. Yeah.
So that will do it. One more quarter here in the Pioneer C. Carbondale trying to get on the board. They trail 35-0.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back. The Lions leading 35-0 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and now it's time for our Figure Law Scholar Athletes. We have 2 wonderful Scholar Athletes tonight. For Lackawanna Trail, we have Holden Edwards and Maureen Newcomb. For Carbondale, we'll start with Edwards, a 2-sport athlete for track and field and football. He is the Vice President and Public Relations Officer of the National Honor Society and volunteers for numerous different campaigns, including the Fleetville Food Share, and wants to study aerospace engineering in college. As for Newcomb, a 3-sport captain for softball, basketball, and soccer, a 6-year member of the National Honor Society dating back to her time in junior high, and is a member of 10 different clubs, including the Future Business Leaders. She also wants to study radiologic technology. Still trying to figure out where she wants to go. Just a reminder that all of our Scholar Athletes, both past, present, and future, are eligible for a $5,000 scholarship.
Back on the field. And the kick is no good. So on the 4th down, they try a field goal. We'll take a quick timeout, 35-0 to score.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back. We mentioned a couple times this homecoming here in the Pioneer City, and who better than to have the queen alongside me, Olivia Lawler. First off, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So how does it feel to get the honor of homecoming queen?
I'm so honored. I mean, it's crazy to see like all of my classmates come out for me and know that they voted for me and are cheering me on, even at the pep rally earlier today and right now. It's really humbling. It's awesome.
And Olivia, what do you have planned for the future?
Well, I plan on majoring in business with a minor in political science, going to law school, hopefully NYU, and going into corporate law. So that's my plan. Maybe politics after that.
Well, best of luck. It's time for our Dr. Todd Smilcam. Wave to your fans.
That's a good queen wave there.
That it was. Wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow.
Well, we had one play. Vaglino took it 30 yards for Carbondale. As we have some of the backups in now for Lackawanna Trail. Again, playing 2 games within, 6 days?
That's
5 days, right?
Days.
5 days, so not easy. Little pitch outside. We have a different Vaglino again. Going to now run the tailback spot. He's up for about 9 yards.
See the motion there. Again, 13's got to just hang just a microsecond longer before he cuts up inside. But at being 35-0, I think the officials at this point will say, clock's running, I'm not going to throw a flag unless it's really, really blatant.
Yep, Riley Baruso, a sophomore, number 23, made the tackle for the Lions. So one thing Carbondale wants to do is at least get a little momentum. They will host Riverside, another team that could put up some big points next week, Coach. So maybe get something going here. But, you know, I know they're going to be disappointed in this because they had this game circled. They felt like they had a good week of practice. They were up for the game.
They were excited. We were coming up, the first broadcast ever. I mean,
again, it's tough to beat a Lackawanna Trail team, especially when they're on. Deep pass, and it's all in and out of the hands of David Myers from Nick Saccone. So Nick Saccone is number 0 you saw, is the quarterback. He's a sophomore. Threw for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns so far, and Myers had it.
And Joey Thomas, he comes right in there. It literally, we tell guys, punch the ball out. He punched right through it.
That he did.
And we're going to have, like I said, folks, Lackawanna Trail has pretty much a brand new defense in there. So we're going to be calling some new names out. So we may be like a little bit behind on the calls. Just make sure that we call these young men out that deserve the credit.
Well, so some backups in for Carbondale as well. Not big rosters on either of these teams. So they'll hand it inside to Biglino. And he's going to go in. Vaglino in for a Reaper's Revenge touchdown. And I just called it before. I said, the Carbondale's going to score.
You said that right at the start. And then Vince was doing the homecoming queen interview.
So, the junior ran the ball 3 times on that series. And he gets rewarded with the first touchdown of the game for the Chargers.
They ran ISO, and he at first started to go outside. Then he cut back in and followed his fullback inside, and he found himself in the end zone.
So the kick is up for Levi Gabriel, and he puts it through, and it's 35-7 now the score. Again, once you hit the 35 mark, the clock does roll, so it doesn't matter if the other team scores. So next week, I'm sorry, that's right. You did say top 10. So it's Haven winning, Shamokin winning, North Pocono winning, Berwick winning,
Jersey Shore losing,
Southern Columbia winning, Trail winning, Wyoming area winning, Lakeland plays tomorrow, Mifflinburg playing Southern Columbia. So last we checked, Southern was winning 21-14 in a dogfight down there. That one is in Mifflinburg tonight.
And Jersey Shore went into a buzzsaw with Hollidaysburg this year, this game this week. So not that I'm disappointed that, Jersey Shore, Coach Gravish does a great job down there. And he always says tradition doesn't graduate, but he always says also to be the best, you got to play the best. And Hollidaysburg is one of the best.
What they beat Mifflinburg. Mifflinburg's only loss this year is to a 5A team, Hollidaysburg, who's obviously undefeated right now down in, what is that, District 6?
Yes.
See, how about me?
Look
right
at you.
on the ball. In District 6. You can watch the Friday Night Rivals Top 10 every Tuesday during our Fox 56 News, first at 10. So we may have some changes and maybe not. We'll have to see how that plays out. So both teams get a quick water break. It's a little chilly up here, and should be. We are in early October. Gabriel will kick this one off. He's setting things up. 7:40 left on the clock. Give you some more score updates after the kick. And Isaac Ryan takes it, and very sportsmanlike to take a knee.
Isaac Ryan returns for Lackawanna Trail. Takes a knee, sets up 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Hendrick Manufacturing in Carbondale. Now hiring production staff, engineers, and drafters. Hendrick offers competitive pay, full benefits, paid time off, and convenient location right here in Carbondale. Build your future with a company that's been strong for over 150 years. Visit hendrickcorp.com/careers and apply today.
Well, somebody was going to get a win. Old Forge or Susquehanna. They're 0-6 coming in. Old Forge 23-0 at home, looking for Mike Schubach's first win of the year.
That's just so hard to say, his first win of the year in week 7.
That's tough to say. You're exactly right.
It's the tradition in Old Forge.
Fence, 5 yards, replay first down.
So some young guys, as we said, in there for Trail right now, and the little false start there, and we do have a back. I was going to say the quarterback has to be Filippic right now, and it is.
It is.
The sophomore.
And Bob, this is important for these young kids to get this experience, to show they have a grasp of the offense right now. Linemen are trying to do their thing. The running backs, we know these young guys can do things, and you see it right there on cue.
Yep, Carter Edwards, future back here. We know he's some power running going forward. So not really any big upsets tonight so far that we've seen, as we'll take a look at the replay. As we look at the scoreboard, too. I mean, Prep beating Abington, not quite a surprise without Nick Bradley in there. The way Abington's hung in there at home against their... But it is a rivalry game, and it doesn't matter. You throw out the records in that game as well. So not really any surprises as you look at the scoreboard, Coach. And the Mifflinburg Southern Columbia game, again, we thought it'd be tight, both top 10 teams, and it is right now. That one's going down to the wire.
Southern Columbia started out tough, trying to run against a big Mifflinburg defense. They've had some time, but they found some success like Southern Columbia always does.
Riley Barroso on the carry.
Riley Barroso, sophomore, 5'7", 140-pound wingback right there, showing he's got some balance there, trying to hit and spin, and when he spun, he got another 1.5 yards. They've got, like I said, these are important reps for these kids because they're going full speed against a defense that's going full speed, and sometimes you just can't emulate that in practice.
So after the Moravia Health first down, another inside handoff. Carbondale's right there on the inside. 66,
yes.
Lissy.
And 73.
Aiden Sopko, freshman and sophomore.
Did a nice job. They didn't get pushed down the line of scrimmage. You could see it was a short gain. And again, for those young kids on Carbondale, now they're saying, Coach, look, we can do this. And I'm going to get bigger, faster, and stronger with a year in the weight room.
And the other thing we've seen, and we've discussed this before, not a lot of teams have freshman teams anymore.
No, they
junior
don't.
high teams. But that we see a lot of ninth graders on these varsity teams, especially at these schools like Carbondale and Lackawanna Trail, Old Forge, and whatnot.
It's by necessity because they don't have enough. If they had 30 freshmen, yeah, they could say, all right, we're going to pull the best freshmen up and let those other freshmen stay down, play a freshman schedule. But even across the entire district, there's not a lot of freshman teams anymore.
No, there's only a handful of teams that can just field a freshman team. And some of those, as you might expect, have the stronger varsity programs because they don't have to play many freshmen. So third down now facing the Lions. Under 4 to play here. Edwards shaking tackles. Edwards to the outside, trying to stiff arm. He wants to get a touchdown. But we have a yellow jersey, a little flag down there, a little flag action.
On the offense, number 50, 10 yards, we play third.
And this one is coming back, as you heard.
And number 77 for Carbondale, great job blowing that up. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's where the hold was occurred.
Chase Roach, number 77. It's 260-pound junior. But one thing Carbondale did, it does have, and the players did talk, they got a new weight room last year. So, again, utilizing that, they had good attendance in that. And, again, they do have some big guys, and they just got to get a little stronger.
And they're a young team, which is it's very bright for Coach Arthur. I know he's frustrated right now, especially with some of the calls in that first half. Short memory, you got to, let those go, and you just got to worry about the task at hand. And right now, he wants to watch his young kids on defense start to develop, get good technique, and just carry that over.
Tim Richmond from Trail, a junior, still on his feet. No flags
another
down.
Flag.
Oh, another
flag
late
came in.
Okay. So nice gain for the junior Richmond as Moravia held first down.
Face mask on the defense, 5 yards.
So add on 5 there, and they'll be inside the Santarelli and Sons red zone. And I would suspect, knowing Coach Jervis, he may not want them to score, but it's tough to, when you have some of the backups and they want to play.
And you know what? They're not going to say I'm taking. No, they want to score. They've got that burn inside of them. That drive, the desire. And 74 again for Carbondale. Nice job coming through. He's just got to keep his body, get momentum, keep that under control, and break down for the tackle.
Under 2 minutes here to play. Been all Lackawanna Trail in this one. Some movement up front. Oh, going to go false start action. So this will back the Lions up.
I believe it was the right guard jumped. He knew it, too, as soon as he did it. He was like, oh.
Oh, boy. So, again, Lackawanna Trail in that sub-regional. You have a whole bunch of teams in District 11 there. Marion probably the biggest threat.
Yes.
But Marion losing to Schuylkill Haven tonight will drop them down. Timeout on the field.
Timeout, Cardinal area.
So next week we will be in Pittston area looking at another team that we expect big things for them in the postseason. They will take on Hazleton area. They will head to Berwick, and then our big game, the final game of the year, which could be for the division championship. North Pocono will be at Scranton Prep.
Well, we've talked a lot about how good Berwick is. We thought Selinsgrove this year, I know a couple years ago we wanted to get them on the schedule. They had a really good run. It was just a conflict at that point. And we talked about Coach Russick at Pittston area. Excellent job. Great homecoming for him. He's doing everything in the community, getting the kids recognized. And then Scranton Prep, all of a sudden, they're on that big surge because they got one guy back, Bob, and I think you know him.
Will McPartland, he returned. He's a Division I lacrosse player, Division I athlete. Very good family, too. from up in this area, but they head down to prep and play there. And they're on a roll if they hold on to beat Abington Heights tonight. So Reed again up the middle. So a couple more plays, and that should just about do it here. We knew Carbondale would have to play a really good game to beat this team. They just couldn't do it.
Well, yeah.
Trail set the tone with a 12-play drive to begin the game.
You put an Isaac Ryan on a team. You can say we're going to commit to him, but then they have the other backs. You have the quarterback, and that's the problem. Not the problem. That's the beauty of the wing T. Riley Barrasso on that carry right there.
And that will do it. Vince will have our Luzerne County Community College players of the game. Trail improves to 6-1 on the year. Carbondale will drop to 4-3 and hosts Riverside in another Division III game next week, while Trail heads to Susquehanna also in LFC Division III. So 35 points put up on the board for our 7th-ranked team. They win 35-7 here in Carbondale. We want to thank everybody while we have the opportunity for Carbondale for welcoming us here. Glad we could make a trip up here. Unfortunately, it did not go their way. But the entire administration and staff here open arms for us, and we enjoyed our experience, which the game could have been better. But Lackawanna Trail, as we said, in our top 10 for a reason, and one of the top teams in the state.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Did we call before a bus stop of the game? Here,
right
Blake
there.
Stage breaking in, making a hit on Roman.
Boom. Oh, wow. Great job, Blake.
So Stage with our bus stop of the game, hit behind the line of scrimmage. And big reason why Carbondale only put up 7 points late in this one. Down to Vince with our players of the game.
Thanks, Bob. Got our players of the game, Tyler Jervis and Isaac Ryan. Both of you responsible for 3 touchdowns tonight. We'll start with you. How does it feel to contribute in such a big way tonight?
Honestly, I got to give kudos to our linemen. Without them, we would be nothing. We wouldn't be contributing to anything. Our line up front just truly dominated. They're playing fast, playing physical, and I love when I'm going through the hole, I'm seeing my lead blocker lay out 1, 2, 3 kids at a pop. I mean, it makes our job easy, and we get all the praise from it, but it's also kudos to the linemen, kudos to everyone else, and I mean, it's up to the linemen that they're the ones that do it for us.
Yeah, it really all starts up front with the linemen. If they don't block, running backs can't do anything. So when they block, the running backs do their jobs, everything's clicking, and this is what happens.
Tyler, this is the 11th straight time Lackawanna Trail has beaten Carbondale. How does it feel to kind of dominate the series?
I mean, feeling good is an understatement of it. Saying that's our senior year, so that means we're never going to see him again. Just showing that senior leadership and true dominance. I mean, nothing against them. They got a good squad here. They've gotten, they're 4-3. They got a good record going here. They put up good numbers against other teams. So just the physicality and the senior leadership just really felt good to come through and pull out the win.
And Isaac, you guys moved to 6-1 on the year, 3 regular season games remaining. How can this win tonight set you guys up for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we're just going to go week by week. Tonight was a big win. We know Carbondale was a good team. All the other teams in the league know that too. So we're just going to go week by week, keep working hard at practice, and we'll come back.
All right, gentlemen, go celebrate.
Thank you.
Almost 230 yards for Isaac Ryan on the ground. Tyler Jervis contributed in his own way on some of the snaps in this offense. When it's going, it is tough to stop, as we've seen before with this wing T, Jan.
It is, and that's what we talk about. All right, so you take Isaac Ryan out. Well, now you got Tyler Jervis. Then you got Reed. Then you got, I mean, they've got a list of running backs, a stable over there that they can just keep giving the ball to, and they run so tough with it with the misdirection.
But as Tyler Jervis mentioned, it's all going to come down the rest of the year to the linemen.
Yes.
If the linemen can do their job, they know they have the holes, they know they're going to be able to run the ball. But it's not going to get any easier when they head into the playoffs. But, we'll see what happens. They have a tough game yet with Riverside to end this season.
What a game that's going to be. It's going to be a doozy.
Absolutely. So Thank you again to the Carbondale area staff. Great job by our crew as always here at Homecoming, and for the entire Fox 56 Sports crew, for Jan Cechek, for Vincent Goldschmidt. Next week, we're in Pittston. It's a Wyoming Valley Conference Division I game. This is Bob Ide saying so long from the Pioneer City.